Virgil van Dijk was asked about the hydration breaks at his World Cup and he just laughed. Not a polite laugh, not a smile, a genuine, are you serious laugh. And I've been thinking about that moment ever since, because Van Dijk doesn't say much publicly. He's calm, he's measured, he picks his moments. So when something makes him laugh like that, you have to ask why. And once I start asking that question, I fell down a rabbit hole. Because this isn't just a story about water. It's about coaches using these breaks to win games. It's about broadcasters making millions from them. And it's about whether FIFA is actually protecting players or just protecting something else. So, quick recap. At this World Cup, every single game has hydration breaks. Twice per game, 3 minutes each, no exceptions. Doesn't matter if it's 35 degrees outside, doesn't matter if it's an air-conditioned stadium, doesn't matter if it's raining. The whistle goes, players walk to the sideline, get some water, and come back. Now on the surface, that sounds fine, right? Players get water, nobody dies, football continues. But here's the thing, Van Dijk's game against Japan, indoor stadium, climate controlled, 20 degrees, and the whistle still went. And that's where this whole debate starts, because if the break is about the heat, what happens when there's no heat? Okay, before we go after FIFA, let's be fair, the heat concerns are real. Last year's Club World Cup, players were complaining constantly, training sessions had to be cut short, doctors were warning about serious risks at some venues, and I get it. Imagine being FIFA, you ignore the warnings, you do nothing, and then a player collapses on the pitch during a World Cup match. The headlines would destroy them. So they look at the problem and they try to solve it. And honestly, good, that's what you want from a governing body. See a risk? Take action. Protect the players. I have no issue with that. My issue is with how they solve it. Because FIFA didn't say if it's hot, it was a break. They said every game gets a break. Full stop. Hot game, cold game, indoor game, outdoor game. Same rule. And here's why that's a problem. Football is not like basketball. Football is not like American football. Football doesn't have built-in stops. That's the whole point. The game flows, momentum builds, pressure grows. Goals happen because of rhythm. And once you stop that rhythm, you change everything. We all have been watching these breaks closely, and something is very obvious. When a team is dominating, when the crowd is loud, when the pressure is building, when you can feel a goal coming, the whistle goes. 3 minutes. Everybody cools down, literally and emotionally, and the game you are watching, gone. Now, I said the coaches were involved in this story, and trust me, what the coaches are doing with these breaks is something else entirely. But before we get into that, if you are enjoying this, smash the like button and subscribe. We are covering the whole World Cup right here, and you don't want to miss what's coming. Rudi Garcia, Belgian manager, straight up called them coaching breaks, not hydration breaks, coaching breaks. And Didier Deschamps, the French coach, joked that football now feels like 4 quarters instead of 2 halves. 4 quarters, like the NBA, like the NFL, like American sports. Now think about this from a coach perspective. Your team is being destroyed, nothing is working. Normally you wait until half time, but now halfway through the first half, you get a free tactical meeting. You can change the shape, you can calm players down, you can completely reorganize. That's massive. And I'm not even saying that's bad for football. Maybe more coaching is good, but it creates more competitive games. But here's my question. If coaches are using these breaks to change games and FIFA knows it, why are they still calling them hydration breaks? Because there's another group of people who love these breaks even more than the coaches do. Here's what I think is actually happening. Football is the last major sport that hasn't been fully packaged for TV, and broadcasters have always had to work around that. But now, guaranteed windows, twice per half, every game. And I keep thinking, is this just a World Cup thing, or is this the beginning of something bigger? Because if this works financially, if advertisers love it, and if broadcasters love it, why would FIFA ever go back? So let's get back to that laugh. Van Dijk standing there, air-conditioned stadium, players not struggling, and the whistle goes. And I think what made him laugh wasn't that a break happened. He's a professional athlete. He trains in heat. He knows what heat exhaustion feels like. He knows when players need water. And in that moment, he probably looked around and thought, come on, look, here's where I stand. If it's generally hot, have the break. Absolutely. No debate needed. If conditions are dangerous, stop the game. Player safety wins every time. But if you are playing inside a controlled stadium, if the temperature is comfortable, if players are fine, play football. That's it. It's not a radical position. I think most fans are there. Make the break conditional, set a temperature threshold, use common sense. Football already adjusts for bad weather. We already postpone games. We already suspend matches for lightning. So why can't you do the same for hydration breaks? Why is this rule one size fits all? And look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in 10 years we'll look back and say those breaks protected players. Those breaks saved lives. Maybe. But right now, from the outside looking in, it looks like FIFA solved a real problem in a way that also happened to be very convenient for a lot of people. And that's not a great look. Let me know what you think. Do you support hydration breaks? Should they stay? Or should FIFA only use them when they actually need it? Drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, subscribe. We are covering this World Cup and I see you in the next one. Follow for more.